And we are back for UFC Vegas 117. Before we get into the prediction video, if you guys are interested in my shirts, again, make sure you guys click on the link below or DM me. I could get back to you with that. It's about to be summertime, so get your new clothing. Anyways, also before we get into the prediction video, sorry about last week. I was very busy. I got caught up with a bunch of stuff. Um, I was hoping to post my prediction or my not my prediction video, the my podcast and my reaction video to last week, but just got so busy and sorry about that. I was on a little run there. I did not want to end the hot streak, so sorry about that. That will not happen again, hopefully. But yeah, let's get to UFC Vegas 117. Sorry about that. My paper fell. Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess it doesn't want to stay. We'll keep it in. All right, we got Shauna Bannon versus Nicole Cagliari for the first fight. And for Shauna Bannon, she's a decent striker. She likes to stay busy, throws a lot of volume, a lot of kicks as well. But I'm gonna go with Nicole Cagliari. I think she gets that wrestling going, and I think she holds Bannon down. And I honestly, I think that's Bannon's weakness. We saw it in her last fight against Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes was able to control her pretty good and finish her. But yeah, I think Cagliari gets her first UFC win, and I think it's based off of her control. So yeah, give me Cagliari. All right, for the second fight, Daniel Barres versus Luis Garule. Give me Daniel Barres. I know he's not that active. That's the one thing I'm cautious about. He does not fight a lot, and he's getting up there in age, which I do not like. Luis Grule, at least he's pretty active. He's a decent striker, has decent wrestling and scrambles, but I think Barres hits like a truck. And if he lands on Luis Grule, I think he could put his lights out. I really like Barres. I just wish he was a lot more active. But yeah, give me Barres in this fight. All right, for the third fight, we got Elise Ardeline versus Poliana Viana. This is a pretty good fight. I like this fight. I like Elise Ardeline. She throws heavy volume. She throws so much volume. Poliana Viana, she's a veteran of the sport. She hasn't been active lately. She's been out of the game for I think a little over a year now. It's been a long time since we've seen her in the octagon. But give me Elise Ardeline in this fight. I think she's definitely the most active fighter. I really like her striking. She throws so much volume, and I love it. This week they're giving us the female fights, and I love it. We haven't had any female fights in a few weeks, so yeah, give me more of the female fights. I know you don't hear that too often, but it's a lot of casuals saying that. So yeah, give me Elise Ardeline in this fight. Alrighty, we got Andre Petrosky. Sorry, I'm looking down. My paper was here. I could try it one more time. Let's see. Okay, it's stuck. All right, there we go. Awesome, perfect. All right, yeah, we got Andre Petrosky versus Cody Brundage. Surprisingly, I was going back and forth in this, and I'm sticking with Cody Brundage. I can't believe it. I've never picked Cody Brundage in a fight ever. He lost all my respect when he got the DQ win against Jacob Malkoun. That was absolutely horrible. He was saying he was getting hit in the back of the head while he was laying on his stomach. I mean, why would you give your back to any fighter, especially why would you give your back in a fight? I do not get that. I think he has so much quit in him. Um, Lately, though, I will admit he has been looking better. I really liked his last fight against I think it was Johnson. I think he did decent. He did pretty good. I think that went to split decision. I don't think it should have went to split, but I think I had Johnson for sure in that fight. But yeah, I like Cody Brundage in this fight against Petrowski. I think he hits way harder. I think the wrestling might be there, and his anti grappling, his defensive grappling against Petrowski is going to be way better in my opinion. I think Petrosky lately has. I don't. I think. I honestly. I have a feeling he's on his way out. I could be wrong completely, but I just ever since he knocked himself out. What was it on Jacob Malkoon? Both these fighters, Jacob Malkoon, crazy. He knocked himself out on Jacob Malkoon's hip. Tell me if you've ever seen that before in a fight. I mean, if I need to replay that in the video, I will. You guys need to go out there and watch that if you haven't seen it already. But absolutely wild. Um, but yeah, it's hard to pick Petrosky after that, especially. It's hard to pick Cody Brundage though. But yeah, give me Cody Brundage in this fight. Super surprising picking him for the first time. Alrighty, we got Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Calvacanti. I really like Calvacanti. I've watched every single one of her fights in the UFC, and she's a beast. I really like her striking. I like her mindset. She just comes forward and just keeps attacking. I love that, especially in the women's divisions. Um, this is a jump up in competition for her, though. She just beat up Mayra Bueno Silva, so I don't think it's like a huge step up. Ketlin Vieira is still a top 10 ish fighter, probably top 8, top 6. I still rate Ketlin pretty highly, but give me Jacqueline Calvacanti. I'm rolling with my girl. I think she gets past this and she moves up in the rankings. Alrighty, moving on to the next fight. We got Tommy Gant versus Artur Minev. Late notice or short notice. Give me Tommy in this fight. This kid is absolutely insane. His wrestling is insane. He trains with DC. I've watched a few of his fights on tape, and I watched his Contender Series live. And this kid he's no joke. His wrestling is absolutely insane. The only thing Tommy really needs to look out for from Arthur is his striking. I mean, he has a one pop strike. If he doesn't get that one hit knockout, I think he gasses out in all honesty. So give me Tommy in this fight for sure. Um, alrighty, moving on. We got Tuco Tokos versus Ivan Urslan. Um, I'm kind of going back and forth with this. We got Ivan. He's a kickboxer, decent movement. I don't know if he can take a punch well. I'm not too sure. I have a weird feeling about his chin. I'm gonna go Tuco Tokos in this fight for the wrestling. I think he could get Urslan down. I seen Urslan can scramble and get up to his feet a little bit, but I got Tokos in this fight. Oddly enough, almost like the Brundage fight. I haven't really picked Tokos in any of his fights. Um, but yeah, give me Tokos. I think he gets Ivan down and holds him down. I don't think we see a finish in this fight unless it's from Urslan's side. So yeah, give me Tokos. All right, we got Nikolai Vernatinikov versus Chaos Williams. This is a pretty good fight. Chaos Williams is one of those wild strikers. He's not technical at all, in my opinion. He has some crazy power in his hands. But he's not good on the ground, in my opinion. Yeah, I got Vernatinikov. I think he holds him against the cage, and it could be a boring fight, or Vernatinikov can get those elbows going. He has some nasty elbows against the fence. I really like his clinch work. I think he could. I think both fighters can knock each other out. This is a little low level fight, in my opinion, but we've seen Vernatinikov stand and bang with pretty good strikers in the division. So yeah, give me Vernatinikov in this fight. All right. Ooh, I like this fight so much. So much. All right. Next up, we got Timmy Kuwamba versus Bernardo Sopage. Give me Bernardo. I really like Bernardo in this fight. If that doesn't say it enough, I really like Bernardo. I don't know how to say it even more, but yeah, yeah. I really like him. I think he gets the knockout. I think he gets the finish. His boxing is absolutely insane. Timmy Kuamba, he's young. He's still learning. I he's decent in my opinion. He has good distance striking. He has good movement around the octagon. Um, but I think Bernardo. I think he's gonna show the world his boxing. It's up there. It's up there. This kid fought Vinicius Oliveira for his first fight and stood with him. In my opinion, he could have won that fight. So if he didn't gas out, and it was his first fight. So UFC jitters against Vinicius. That's insane. I mean, let's give this kid some props. Give me Bernardo absolutely for this fight. All right, moving on. We got Modestas Bukauskas versus Christian Edwards. I don't know what this fight. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, Bukauskas has had like two opponents at this point. I think. He just had an opponent back out. Give me Modestas Bukauskas. His kickboxing is insane. Edwards is decent. I was watching some of his fights. He likes to get his opponent to the ground, and he likes those elbows a lot. He really likes those elbows on top. But I don't think he gets Modestas down at all. Especially Bukauskas has great movement around the octagon. I really like his kickboxing. He has power behind his strikes too. So yeah, give me Bukauskas. All right, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. I'm very excited for this fight. Last we saw Juan Diaz, he had a electric fight. He had a spinning back elbow knockout that you heard from miles away. I mean, that fight was in Vegas. I heard it here in the Valley. I mean, it was absolutely insane. Yeah, I don't know if Diaz broke his elbow or broke his opponent's skull. That noise was absolutely crazy. But yeah, give me Malcolm Wellmaker. I think he styles on Juan Diaz. I think that distance striking is absolutely insane, and I think he gets back in the win column here. Um, I really like Malcolm Wellmaker here this week. Yeah. All right, moving on to the co-main event. This is a banger. We got Duho Choi returning into the octagon versus Daniel Santos. Give me Daniel Santos. What's his nickname? Willie Cat, Wildcat. I love Daniel Santos. He's on a streak right now. This kid's MMA game is pretty good. I like his wrestling. He knows when to take his opponent down. His level changes are really good. He has some. He has some. He can hit his. Sorry, I'm trying to find my words. He has some bombs behind his striking. Duho Choi, he's very big for the division. He can also hit very hard, but he is not active. He's one of these fighters that is not active. I think it's been a very long time since the last time we've seen him. He just knocked out Nate Landwehr in his last fight, and I'm pretty sure that was a year ago, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, give me Daniel Santos in this fight. I think he takes down Duho Choi and possibly gets the finish this weekend and keeps moving up in these rankings. Alrighty, moving on to the main event. This is such a barn burner. I love this fight. We got Arnold Allen versus Milquiz Costa. Milky Costa, the Dalmatian. I love this fight. Give me Arnold Allen. I think he shows the world that that everyone forgot about him pretty much. I think his boxing is insane. He stays in his opponent's face at all times. I think it's going to be too much for Costa. Costa really likes to stay at distance with his striking, and he likes to fire those kicks. We've seen it in his last 2-3 fights. He likes to fire those kicks a lot, and Arnold Allen he's one of these fighters that's not gonna sit there and just take it. He's gonna keep moving into your face and getting closer and closer until he knocks you out. I really like Arnold Allen here this week. I think it's gonna end Costa's run here. Sadly, because I really like Costa. I just think Arnold Allen's going to be too much and too experienced in this fight. So give me Arnold Allen. I really like this fight. But yeah, that would be it. That's it for the fights. That's it for UFC 117 predictions. I love these fights this weekend. Um, Real quick, I'll go over the KO alert of the week and the banger alert of the week. And again, I always try not to choose the co-main event and main event because obviously those are bangers. Um, but yeah, for the let's see. All right, for the banger of the week, I'm gonna go the Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. That's banger of the week. That's absolutely fire. That's gonna be such a great fight if there's not a finish in it. Which I don't think there is gonna be. I think Wellmaker is gonna win by decision. But yeah, that's banger of the week right there, boys. All right, knockout alert of the week. I'm gonna have to go that Timmy Kwamba versus Bernardo Sapage. I think my boy gets the knockout for sure. I said it earlier. I'm like super positive in this. I think Bernardo is gonna show the world that his striking is absolutely on to the next level. The only thing I do worry in this fight is Kuwamba is a little more experienced, and in the UFC at least, and in my opinion, not my opinion, but he is the longer fighter, so he's gonna be able to distance strike a little better. So Bernardo needs to get up there and get in that pocket and strike with him, which I don't think he's gonna have any trouble doing. But yeah, that's KO alert of the week right there, boys. All right, that's UFC Vegas 117. Once again, I'll go over my picks before I end the video, and make sure you guys like, comment, share the video. That really helps out. I know I didn't say shit. I know I didn't say it in the beginning of the video. I'm all hyped up right now from the fights. I can't wait for this week. I'm also going to the Dominican in 4 weeks with my wife, and I can't wait for that for our honeymoon. That's gonna be such a beautiful vacation. I can't wait for that. Um, let's see. We got all right for the picks. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. I got Nicole Cagliari, Daniel Barres, Elise Ardeline, Cody Brundage, Jacqueline Calvacanti, Tommy Gant, Tuco Tokos, Nicole Vernatinikov, Bernardo Sapage, my boy, Modestus Bukowskis, Malcolm Wellmaker, Daniel Santos, and Arnold Allen. Those are the picks for the week, boys. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys have an amazing week, and I hope you guys enjoy the fights. And I'll see you guys Friday for the podcast. Peace.